Hello, Brave Awakened Ones. This is Veronica of Higher Realm Holistics, Lady V. Thank you, supporters, subscribers, and Patreons. Please share these videos with those who you think it might resonate with. If you're interested in any of my services, books, merch, t-shirts, webinars, sessions, and higher realm magic information and meditations, please visit higherrealmholistics.com. Good evening or good night, Brave Awakened Ones. This is Lady V Veronica, higherrealmholistics.com. It is the 19th of January 2020, and it is 11:01 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Usually I do not make my videos late like this. I was knocked out for a few hours, around like 7 or so. I was knocked out by the White Queen. Major downloads and incorporating more of her energy into me, and receiving messages for myself and for the collective, okay, for the saints, for the 144,000. Okay, so here is the message I need to give. And then I'm going to make a special announcement of a webinar I'm going to have on Saturday, the 25th at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Let me double check my dates because you know how I am, guys. Yes, Saturday the 25th, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Yeah, we'll explain that. It's about shadow work. That's not a term I've ever used, but it's a term a lot of you guys use, and it is about getting some of you out of there because I've been doing back-to-back sessions since the beginning of January, and it's a lot of you guys are coming up who still have this deep-seated fear that needs to come up. So I'm going to have a ritual via webinar, and I'll explain more later. Any which ways. Okay, the White Queen. The White Queen, Sophia, as we know her. The message she gave me. Now, let me get to the right camera because the Schumann over here is going to help me explain what is going on. And her message, what's going on with her message. Firstly, I wasn't going to say anything, but the way she put it is to put it this way. There are a lot of snakes in the grass right now, okay? The same ones using fancy titles for their names in your, for their channels, not their channels, whoever, because they're always fake shadow channels in the comments, my comments on my videos, on other channels, on my channel, other true saints, other true light workers. These false ones, they are working for the children of Babylon. Okay, that's who they are. And the same ones making the comments, some of them are the same ones who are sending me threats. All right. I'm not going to call out no names. What I do is I delete and I block them. They do come back under different names. I know their energy signature, but whatever. I'm going to keep doing what I'm supposed to do. So be careful because they do that to, God, if you're strong enough, you could sense them. Feel it in your heart and in your gut, especially in your solar plex region. See what they're saying, okay, and how they're trying to cast doubt on you, trying to cast doubt. All right. If I don't resonate with you, I simply don't resonate. I mean, even the few other channels of light workers that I actually subscribe to, I was guided to subscribe to, I don't resonate 100% of the time with them. So it's okay. All right. Some things you just meant to find on your own, or you get the information a different way from somebody else who's genuine. But there are a lot of snakes in the grass. That's the way she keeps putting it. I keep feeling it over here. A lot of snakes in the grass. Okay. And they're there to They're there to steer you in a wrong direction. They're there to cast doubt on your journey, on who you are. They're cast mighty doubt on me, okay, of course, but whatever. I'm handling my business. They love to call themselves doctor. I've had like 3 of them already call themselves doctor or whatever in their name. Very interesting. Alrighty, so that's that. Be careful. That's all I have to say. It's going to get trickier and trickier and trickier. Very tricky. All right, now, yes, the title of this video is a bit incendiary, but that's the way she put it. She said, do you choose to experience heaven or do you choose to experience hell? The choice is yours. This is the White Queen Sophia talking. Because of the 2 earths that are going to coexist, because the frequencies that are going to coexist between now 2020 to 2025, meaning to the December 31st, 2024. Okay, 2025. And I've been talking about this for a while. Since I started my channel for like a year and a half, I've been talking about the timelines, what's up between now and how 2020 to 2025 was the big changeover, especially 2020 to 2022, meaning December 31st, 2021, that period of time, from January 1st, 2020 to December 31st, 2022, is that time period of the purging. Well, the whole purging goes on. Let's put it this way, the calling out of the demons, the children of Babylon, their exposure is going on within that 2-year period, which already start January 1st, okay? And then from 2022 to 2025 is the changing of the guard. Again, look back on the videos. No, I'm not going to come through my videos to tell you which is what and da-da. If you're interested, go back. That's all I could say, all right? If you really want to know, you'll know. It's not my job to go searching through all my videos to tell you, oh yeah, look here and look there and da-da-da-da, and look at this person. That's your job. If you want to know, you shall find. Seek and ye shall find, okay? Her major message with that is also, choose heaven or hell because of the 2 earth frequencies. So you have to do the work to get your frequency up to be in heaven or hell, to experience heaven or hell. Okay? And she also said that Ascension, and I'll go more into that, but I need to say this first. Ascension is not a free ride. Ascension is not a free ride. Again, there are some out there. Some of them are genuine and just spiritually immature and don't understand all that Ascension entails. It's like somebody going into college and thinking, oh, it's just high school all over again when they get there and they're like shocked as hell that college is completely, well, back in the day, I don't know what the heck college is now. College is garbage now. But back in the day, at least in the 90s when I was there, 90s and 2000s, that it was, there was a difference between high school and college. High school, you still had your handheld. Wasn't like grade school. But then when you got to college, it was like, oh my God, my professor doesn't give a dang whether I show up or not. They're not going to call my mom. It's none of that. That's over. You're an adult at that point. You have to take responsibility. So this is that's my way of explaining it. Here's her way of explaining it. The White Queen Sophia. Ascension is not a free ride. If you tend to your land, it will raise the value of your home and play a part in doing the same for your community. But if your neighbor does not tend to their land, then their domain will only slightly benefit from the efforts of his neighbor. Okay? So, in other words, say you live in a gated community, okay? And you take care, you know, tend to your lawn, you make sure your house looks right on the outside and everything like that. You abide by the community standards, okay? Your house maintains in value and raises its value. And if all your neighbors are doing the same, it raises the value of the community, correct? But if you got that, if you're next door to that guy or gal, next door to that dude, or the cat down the road is deciding that they're not going to paint their house. The house looks like crap. They're a hoarder. They don't take care of their lawn. Okay, their house will be lower in value than those who take care of their homes. Okay, it will not up in value, but it'll have a higher value than if their untended to, messed up house was like on the street, you know, on a regular sidewalk that's not in a gated community with all the other nicer houses around it. Okay? So it will benefit from the work and the efforts of their neighbor, but they'll have the crappiest house in the neighborhood. You know what I'm saying? So in order for them to have the same value, to raise the value of their home, they must tend to their home. Okay, so that is the best way I could explain it. And for energy so heavy on me right now, that's the best way. That's the way she gave it to me, and I hope I'm interpreting it in the right manner. That's all I could say. I hope I'm interpreting it properly. So, because there's a lot of people making comments out there who are saying that, you know, oh, it doesn't matter that you could just, if you raise your vibration, it raises the vibration of everyone. It's like saying, if I take care of my body and I eat right and I exercise, the cat down the road who drinks alcohol every day, who smokes cigarettes, who does drugs, who doesn't work out, who's sitting there eating, you know, GMO fries 24/7, he's going to somehow benefit from me taking care of myself. No. Does that make sense? Do you see what I'm talking about? And also that wonderful analogy that the White Queen Sophia gave us, put that together with my New York way of putting it. They're not going to benefit from me exercising and take care of myself. No, they're going to be obese. They're going to have diabetes. They're going to have heart issues. They're going to have a lot of problems. Okay? Because they're not taking care of their vessel. They're not going to benefit from me taking care of mine. So yes, your vibration, you will raise your vibration, and because of quantum entanglement, it does raise the vibration of the community. But if somebody is not doing the work to raise their own vibration and take care of themselves, they'll benefit a little bit from the community, but not much, because they're blocked to it. They're creating blockages to receiving it. Understand? Because there's so many out there, oh no, if the water rises, all boats rise. And no, that again, that's not understanding the practicalities. And that's a very practical way of looking at ascension. All right? It's like being the head of a household and your vibration's low. It affects everyone's vibration in the house. How are your kids going to act, right? What do they say? Keep mother happy and everyone else is happy. Keep mom happy and the whole house is happy. Same thing. But also it is your responsibility. You can't gauge yourself with how somebody else is feeling, because Mom's emotions will go up and down, up and down. What is she, PMSing? So you're going to have your emotions going to go up and down also? No. Understand? Okay. That has to do with spiritual maturity. Okay. So just want to drop that bit of knowledge from the White Queen and from myself upon you to help you with that. Now, again, the purging, the extent of the purging is from 2020, January 1st, 2020 to December 31st, 2024. Okay? Between 22 and the end of 24 is there's the switchover, is the handover of all the major institutions, everything that, you know, I'm talking education, government, finance, spirituality, culture, entertainment, all that. That's the switchover. 2025 is it. That's it. There's no more experiencing the lower frequency, the 7.83 hertz, which is, you can see right here, which is having a heck of a rough time keeping itself together, because the earth is clothed in the white linens. Here we go, of the queen, the Christed divine feminine energy, who is now the marriage with the lamb, with the divine masculine energy that Yeshua grounded here. They've met, they've consummated, and now this is what's going on. Now, I've already covered this in other of my videos several times, but I'm going to go over it real quick. Again, we know 7.83 hertz is supposed to be the heartbeat of Earth, okay? Which is what the demons, the children of Babylon, have been maintaining to maintain the 3D grid over Earth and over all the inhabitants of Earth, okay? Now, with what we did as the saints, the 144, we grounded in the divine feminine energy, right? The White Queen, Sophia energy. And with that, we caused major disturbance. There's no going back from this. There's no undoing it. They're still trying with their silly little code and everything like that. As you can see, it's not really working well for them. Okay. Now, as you can see, their code is coming from right here, 17. That is the 17 hertz mark, which they don't want us to cross. I mean, of course, as the 144, you know, we're already been there. We've been gone, because this is positive 4D. Okay. Now, according to the Kabbalion, those emerald tablets, go read it. I'm not going to answer those questions. Go read it. I'm telling you where to go look for it. And I did a whole thing on the emerald tablets in the Kabbalion too. Go read it. Each dimension is divided into lower, mid, and higher. Okay. Now, 4D is the only dimension I was shown. Again, if it doesn't resonate, doesn't resonate. Is the only dimension that contains positive and negative. Okay. The lower and the mid 4D contains both positive and negative. All right. Dark and light, fear and love. That is what's contained in the lower 4D, which is also known as the ethereal realm, which is represented right here. Okay. Now the facilitators, which are the children of Babylon, are the facilitators of 3D. And they use the 7.83 hertz frequency to facilitate 3D. Now, once you get past this 17 mark, you're into the positive, which is the higher 4D. And the facilitators of the higher 4D are the saints, are the 144,000. Higher 4D right here and 5D right here, which would be the brides of Christ. Okay? So that is why the facilitators, which are the saints, which AKA the 144,000, are facilitating the new earth, the golden age. We're ushering in the golden age. We're the facilitators. Okay? That's the best explanation I can give right now with that. So, like she was saying, the White Queen. Okay, yeah, the saints, the 144,000, the facilitators of heaven. Okay, and the children of Babylon, the demons, she calls them the demons, aka the children of Babylon, the facilitators of hell, which is 3D. That's the way she put it. Okay. And which do you choose? Between January 1st, 2020 to December 31st, 2024, which do you choose? I don't know. That's the way she put it. Let me see. Within the four. Okay, I explained all that. 4D, 5D frequencies. Okay. Okay, I did explain everything. All right. Here's another shot of the Schumann right here. As you can see, this is over here showed the 17th, 18th, and 19th, and the Schumann resonance was 30. Okay, 19th. And this is UTC time. So in UTC time, it's already the 20th. All right. So as you could see, this is probably going to, if this was 30, the peak was 30, the peak over here is probably going to be like 50. As you could see, it's still going on. It's going to keep going on. You see how, look, that's the 7.83. Look how clear. And yeah, you guys are going to be experiencing, seeing a lot more stuff, because do you see how the veil is broken? It's broken down because it's totally gone. Okay, it's gone. So you're going to see more and more and more. Even the normies, everyone's going to see more and more when it comes to quote unquote supernatural stuff and UFOs, all that kind of stuff will be seen a lot more, which is why they're coming out with all those disclosures. Don't trust them. Don't trust them. Okay, especially if it's coming from a rock star. No, he's part of it. All right, all this disclosure crap is because they know we could see more. And just like they do everything, they take the good, they'll take 80% of it, actually more, almost like 90% is true, and they'll put in their 10% of lies to twist and manipulate it and invert it and use it against you to keep you within their boundaries. It's like, fine, okay, fine. Now you got to see, we can't hide this anymore. It's too late. The vibration's too high. We're exposed in the ethereal realm. Fine. But now we're going to take what you're seeing and manipulate you and use and try to keep you from crossing over. Okay? That's the deal. That's what they're up to. All right? But as time passes, as we get closer to 2025, this is going to keep fading and fading, and this is going to show more and more, and then it's going to start fading by 2022, January 1st, 2022. Lower 4D is going to start fading, and then this will be, this will show up more and more. Higher 4D, positive 4D, and 5D will show more and more and more. Okay, and higher 4D, note higher 4D, as you could see, this is easy to see it over here. And, well, higher 4D, you could see very clearly, but 5D, the frequency to maintain 5D here on Earth, it is only going to pop up when the Schumann is super high. You see how it pops up when the Schumann, like the Schumann over here was 68 Over here, it peaked at 67. When it hits over 50, that is when, I think that's, yeah, I just felt that. When it hits like over 50, that is when 5D will show up real clear. When it gets around that 50 mark. That's when, because it's like over here, I bet you this is like 50. That is when it's going to show up. All right. When it hits like 30, as you could see over here, that's when you could see higher 4D pop up really well, because the frequency is high enough to show up like this physically. So anybody could see it. Besides just the saints, the children of the light, the 144,000 can sense it and see it and live in it and use the energy. We'll always be able to do that. Those who get to that level, who are at that level right now. You could, of course, there's still time to get to that level, but a lot of us crossed over. I crossed over into higher 4D in August of 2018. I made that video and I was like waffling back and forth. And then finally I did full 4D and now I'm full 5D. That's why everything, you gotta be so careful what you say. Be very careful what you even think and say. Like I said, it's yes, please, and thank you, because it's just unfolding and unfolding, and it's just boom, boom, and it's just showing up and showing up. People, places, and things just showing up, just happening. And literally, like I said, I'm just sitting there like, oh my God, did I just manifest that? Like that? Yeah, like that. You will. Okay, it is like that. All right. Okay. Let's get back over here. All right. So that's the message from the Sophia White Queen. Oh, I'm looking cray. Okay. As for the webinar, because I asked for her guidance and Isis, we'll be working. I'll be doing a ritual. Okay. And Saturday the 25th, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, with Isis, Pluto, and Saturn energy. Okay, Isis is the main energy, and Pluto and Saturn will be working together to dig real deep. Okay, and it's to bring up, meet, and release your fear that is holding you back from rising into your full potential. I did this ritual for myself 3 years, more than 3 years ago, a ways back, okay? So some knucklehead is doing donuts in the parking lot. These people are crazy, freaking 11:30 at night. So any which ways, this ritual is really intense, people, okay? Do it if you're ready to really face that shadow, whatever it is that's really deep down. I've done this on sessions with people privately. It's intense. You can cry. You will feel these deep emotions. So yeah, the webinar is only $22. And even if you can't attend live, you can always purchase the webinar and do it whenever you're ready. All my webinars, okay? They're ready when you're ready. All right, I have a huge library of webinars, higher magic, healing, all that kind of lovely stuff. Regular meditations for like $11, $11, okay, for meditation. Well, they're not regular, they're with both. They're pretty intense, okay? So that is what's going on. All righty, so Lady V out. All right, so yeah, do the work, people. It takes work. And if be careful with those comments saying, oh no, trying to steer you into leaning back on others. And also there's comments about not taking care of your temple because, oh, why take care of your body if it's not going with you? That's in the ego. Oh, okay. For those of you who reached that ascension point, who leveled up this year, would you have gotten there if you sat there drinking, smoking, and doing drugs? No. So be careful with those comments. That's what I mean. They're saying things that people want to hear. that soothes the ego, that makes the ego not anxious. Okay, like, oh, I really don't have to do all this work and actually have to bring up all this because the cat down the road's doing it. So it's so funny to use that. My neighbor's doing it. Lady V's doing it. So I'll just ride on that. Just want to say, yeah. I'll say yes to what she says. But then I'll go and party and, I'll go have sex with 20 other people, tonight. I'll still behave in that crazy manner because my body doesn't matter. It's what's inside that matters. It's my soul. So I could abuse my body and whatever. And it doesn't matter because I'll still rise. No, you won't. No, you won't. Don't listen to those people. It may say they're trying to sound good. They're trying to appeal to your little ego and say it's okay. You don't have to work. You don't have to be scared. Don't be scared. It's all right. You don't have to do anything. You could keep living that life, and everything's gonna be all right. Be careful. And when it comes to our children, it's up to a certain age. But the one thing I learned very early, which is when I was doing group counseling for those really damaged children at that lockdown adolescent psych facility, is you make a decision very early on in life. You really do, on whether you're going to become your abuser. I was 5 when I made that decision, and I knew making that decision and voicing it was going to cost me my life. Could have cost me my life. Almost did cost me my life. But I had no problem looking at my abuser's face and saying, I will never be you. I don't care what you do to me. I will never become you. I made that choice. And then I was knocked unconscious. Okay. Woke up vomiting blood, kidney damage. It was pretty bad. Bladder damage, colon damage. It was horrible. I was 5 and I didn't care. I'd rather have died than gave in to that demon that was coming out of that person. I didn't care. Okay. It takes a lot of balls to do that. Okay. But guess what? I counseled kids who went through the same type of abuse and torture I went through, and even worse. And they said the same thing. I couldn't. I felt I didn't care if they killed me. Even if they didn't say it out loud, I was bold. I said it out loud. They knew in their hearts, they kept it in their hearts, I'm not going to be them. I don't want to be them. I don't want to be them. And they were scared. A lot of the kids were scared. Like, am I going to become like my abuser? I'm like, did you make the choice not to? Yeah, I always said I don't want to, so then you won't. I remember in the summer times, myself, my sisters, and a few of my cousins, we'd go to my aunt's house in Long Island, which we called the country. Okay, Long Island was the country for us, coming from the city. And we were in her attic, and we held hands, and we did a little blood oath, cutting our fingers, and we said we will not be like our parents. 3 years ago, at one of my uncle's funerals, we were sitting at our table. It was us, Gen X, and then we had our kids, well, plus my daughter, because she's like, I'm not sitting with the kids. I'm too old for that. She's a millennium. I had her early. So Gen X plus my daughter, we're sitting at one table. And then our kids, our other kids, the younger ones, were sitting at a table. And then you had the old folks, our parents, sitting at another table. And we sat there and we looked at our parents and we looked at our kids, and we're in the middle. We're like, one of my cousins, she said, wow. And she looked at me, she goes, I remember that oath we took that you led, because I led us in prayer. We didn't become like them. I'm like, no, we didn't. You don't have to become like them. We were little kids, all grade school kids when we made that choice. I think the oldest one was my older sister, and she was like 9, 10 years old. So we were little kids. So yeah, your children have to make that choice for themselves also. Service to self, service to others, serve the light or serve the darkness. Okay? And yes, as a parent, your energy greatly influences your child. So you raise your vibration, you also raise your kid's vibration. And even if they're adults and acting stupid and are like borderline and sketchy, trust me, I know, because I'm there, you still send them that love constantly. You still send them that affirmation. even if they're not living with you, you still send them that and pray that they make that choice. Okay? So Lady B out. Thank you for listening, and talk to you guys soon. We got this. Bye.